I mean, it was stupid of me, but like, so the next year I'd call, I actually texted him and said I had run out of gas, and he was actually in like a board meeting or something. And he stepped out of that meeting to like call me because he was worried about me. And I was like, oh, I'm just kidding. And then his boss was like, what? You're like, you're yeah, I mean, I got him so good that year.
Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up, fishes?
What's up?
So I don't know if you all remember, I just want you to know I survived my camping trip with the Girl Scouts at the Santa Barbara Zoo.
That's amazing. So how many girls did you have?
14 girls, but 4 of the girls were older from my co-leader's older troop, and they were 8th graders. And they were amazing to have on the trip. These 4 older girls were so helpful. They were such leaders. And our younger girls really enjoyed having them along.
Because your other 10 girls are in 4th grade. So is that like they're 10?
So our girls are like 10, 11.
Yeah. And then in 8th grade, how old are you? Like 13?
Like 13, 14.
12.
Yeah. I mean, that is a big difference. Yeah.
But I was really impressed with them. And because my co-leader, she doesn't love camping, and none of the other parents from her troop were willing to get certified in the camping part, these girls haven't been able to have the opportunity to go camping before. So it was really extra special for them. And they were like, thank you so much for letting us come. This was so amazing. I would do it again.
Oh, I think it's cool. I love it.
I love that.
So we ended up
changing lives one camping trip at a time. That's what I'm hearing.
I will tell you that the Santa Barbara Zoo, if you ever get a chance to go, it's amazing. Okay. It's on the ocean. It's a really sweet zoo. They take really good care of their animals. So I looked at the weather nonstop before we were going. Okay. And it did say that there was a chance of rain, but not until Sunday morning, like late morning. And it called for
And you went on Saturday.
And we went on Saturday.
Okay. So you thought you were free and clear.
Yeah. So how this worked was you get to go into the zoo once the zoo closes. Mm-hmm. And so you have a leader that you're going to have for the time that you're in the zoo. And so we had this one woman, and this educator. And so she was with us, and she answered questions, and she helped us get in the zoo. And because it was us and another troop, and we were on this big grassy hill that overlooked the ocean, and we could set up our tents that way. So we had one side of the grass and the other.
So you really were outside.
Yes, we were 100% outside. And again, this is the first time any of these kids have done like outdoor camping. Sure. So we're quickly getting our tents up as quick as you can with new campers. So we got them all up. And so then the program started. And so the girls got to start with s'mores, and it was dark, and they each had their flashlight. And then after they had s'mores, our group got to tour the zoo with our leader. And she had a red light.
That's
so you got to see these animals at night in their habitat. Yeah. And then they did an animal encounter.
How fun is that?
I wish I would have been doing that. That sounds so fun.
Super cool. And then we got to go and see the animal hospital, and we got to see the animal kitchen. And fun little secret. I did not know this, but here's a secret that I learned when I was in the animal kitchen, that they have primate food. It looks like it's in a big bag like dog food, and it's primate food. I had no idea.
So primate food looks like dog food?
Yes.
Huh.
And what's it called? It's called, it's made by Missouri, and it's called Primate Diets.
Hmm.
But honestly, it looks just like dog food. It was hilarious to
Like
me.
kibble.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like
Hmm.
it's and exactly in those bags.
Yeah.
And then, we get everybody. So the tour is coming to an end. You're getting everybody settled in their tents. The kids are exhausted. And by
Sure.
11 o'clock, everybody's quiet. You don't hear anybody. It was like amazing. And we're all tired.
Magical.
We're like, okay, this is great.
Because you don't want
And
them wandering around the zoo.
no, I
Yeah.
sure
So
don't.
you
And
exhausted them to the point where they like stayed in their tent and
yes.
went to bed. Okay,
They're
perfect.
super happy. So then, you guys, I'm having a hard time sleeping because, it's the ground and I don't love it. I don't love sleeping on the ground. And I'm just trying to take it in. And then I hear at 2 o'clock in the morning, like water hitting our tent. And it sounds lovely
Oh.
Oh
to hear that.
no.
But then it's not just like a drizzle. It's like a downpour of
A
rain
deluge.
Oh
from
So
like
it
no.
never
2
rains in Southern California, but
I
it rained on your
know.
camping trip.
from 2 to 5. And then at 5 o'clock, one of the girls is like, we're getting wet. And we're like, oh no. So we go and look at her tent, and it's just the rain
Like the little,
tarp
yeah.
needed to be readjusted. But it was great. Even though the kids got wet, they had a great time, and they said that they want to camp again
And
and
you're
do more
like,
of it. So I was,
I have a question.
yeah.
Did they go to the bathroom at the zoo or outside?
So no, they had facilities that they let us use the
Oh,
bathroom.
well, that's nice. That's like
that's awesome.
glamping.
And my reward for doing that, like Tim got us
No,
tickets to go see. Do you guys know the band, the Old 97s,
no.
with Rhett Miller? Anyway, I love him and the Old 97s. And so I did not sleep the night before, but I came home. I tried to like lay out all of our stuff from the wetness and dry everything out.
Yeah,
And then I
that's the
ended up
downside.
going to
Yeah.
listen to live music with Tim, with
Fun.
Rhett Miller and the Old 97s. And even though I was so tired, it was so amazing. Check them out if you don't know them. They're so good.
Yeah.
Well, good job. I'm glad the girls had a little taste of, adventure camping. And it sounds like the zoo did a great job. Like, that sounds so fun to me.
Yes, I would just shout out to the Santa Barbara Zoo. If you can
Yeah.
ever go, it's
Awesome.
an amazing facility. They do a really good job taking care of their animals, and it's
Yeah.
I feel like it's a great zoo to support.
Well,
So
and it's a good opportunity to learn about wildlife. And I mean, I think the whole concept of zoos is to educate and help, manage wildlife and
for
have
sure,
preservation and education. So that sounds great. I love that.
for sure.
Well,
All right, friends, I just want to remind you to please continue to rate, review, leave comments, and invite some of your favorite fishes to jump in and join our conversation. All right, this morning we're going to talk about some hot topics in the news. So this kind of has got me thinking, have you all seen this with Gene Simmons from Kiss?
I
Is
did say
having
this.
a
Mhm.
roadie experience. So for $12,000, you can be Gene Simmons' roadie. What are
Mhm.
our thoughts on this?
I think it's ridiculous.
You know what? I read the article too, and what I was not clear about
Like, it's
is
not like you're getting paid that to work.
right. Like
You
you're
actually have to
paying
pay
him.
the money to
Yeah.
be able to be around him. I mean, that
And
seems
what
ridiculous.
it is, and I couldn't figure out like, are people signing up in droves to have this experience with him? Or is
I
he
don't
just
know.
like throwing it out there like to see who bites? I mean, I did read like he said something like, they get to spend the day with me and ride in my whatever bus, or they get to like wind up cords as much as they want. Maybe they'll come on sing a song or something. Like, you'd have to be a deep fan to want to spend
You'd have to
that
be a
kind of
super
money.
fan
I
to
don't
like want
know.
to do that. I mean, maybe there are people that are like, it's worth it, but
I
to
can think
me,
of a lot of ways to spend $12,000 that have nothing to do with
yeah.
Gene Simmons and Kiss.
And honestly, doesn't he have enough? Like Gene Simmons needs more. Like, get out of here.
You know what it is?
For
He is like a marketing genius. Like, he does understand how to market them. Like, he's
Yeah.
constantly getting them in the news. They've been doing this for a long time, 40 years probably. So I do give him kudos for that creativity, but I do think this is ostentatious and very like, I don't know. I'm not impressed. I would
So
never pay
JoJo,
to do work.
I think JoJo Siwa
Yeah.
also like got wind of this, and now she's offering the same. I mean, get out of here again. Like,
Yeah,
no way. No
exactly.
thanks. So another thing that caught my attention is Othello is back on Broadway. Have you guys seen this with
Mhm.
Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal?
Mhm.
And it's a very expensive ticket to go see the show on Broadway. It's like $900 plus to just get one seat to go see these two in Othello, and it's not getting great reviews. And I'm just wondering, A, would you pay that much for just one ticket? So like a pair would be over
A couple $1,000.
$2,000.
Yeah.
No, I would not.
I read that article too. I kind of feel like the director's dropping the ball. Like they gave such autonomy to these actors because they're so, famous and skilled that he isn't directing them and marking them right. And so the show's falling apart. I mean, I have spent money on tickets in the
I mean, it would
past,
have to be something super special for me to spend $1,000.
but Shakespeare is not one of those things I'm going to spend that much money on.
No.
Like we have spent a few $100s a ticket on good seats for different
Yeah, I mean, that
things,
seems reasonable to me.
but
But
$1,000 is a lot of money. I mean, I
Yes.
better be getting like a IV of champagne,
yeah,
maybe a
you
little
better
bit
be
of
getting a
caviar.
backstage pass.
I mean,
yeah.
am I sitting on a velvet pillow? Are my legs like being massaged? Like what's happening there? Because that's a lot of money. And then to leave like wanting because you were like the show isn't that great, I would be so mad. No.
Okay, I'm glad that you feel that way because I'm just
Yeah,
like, am I
that's a
just
no for
cheap?
me.
I
No.
don't know.
I
Like,
don't think so.
okay,
I mean, yeah, I don't think so. No.
so Kathy, this goes out particularly to you because you love Butterfingers, like you love candy so much. And Butterfinger is coming out with a new flavor. It's the first one in a decade with salted caramel. Have you seen this? And what are your thoughts? Will you try the Butterfinger salted caramel candy bar?
Okay, I do love Butterfingers. You're right. Yeah, I probably would try it. I bet you
Oh, you
Peter, my husband Peter, would love it because he loves salted caramel, like little chocolates. Um,
I
I
kind of
don't know. Can
question
you
how
mess
they're
up
gonna.
the Butterfinger? I mean, I don't know if a new flavor is necessary, but hey, I'll try it.
I mean, I'll try it too, but I don't understand like the idea because Butterfingers to me are very caramely anyway. So like
They're not caramely. They're like
not caramel, but like the taste, it's a Butterfinger, like it's buttery. It's like the crunchy caramel. It's not caramel. But the taste is kind of like caramely to me. Not the texture, but the taste. So I don't know.
I don't know.
you don't think the flavors marry, is what you said, what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't.
I'll try it.
Is it worth it? We'll see.
Send me
Time will
some.
tell. Send me some. Yeah.
Send you some.
KK needs she needs a caramel flavored Butterfinger.
If
Yeah.
I see one, I will make sure I pop it in the mail. You betcha. Maybe California has them and Philadelphia doesn't. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So thinking of like sweet treats and whatnot, it kind of starts me thinking about parties. So that kind of moves us into our next segment. So party planning for graduation, because you girls are like in a tizzy, I feel like, about trying to plan your son's graduation party because you each have one graduating from high school.
We do.
And
Yeah.
I think you're co-planning with friends.
Yeah.
And it's just been a lot. I feel like we've talked about this a lot. So let's talk about it with everybody else out there listening. And I would love to hear people's thoughts and comments to maybe help Lynn and Kathy with this party planning. So tell us what's happening. Why is this stressful?
Well, for me, I think it's a little stressful just because I'm doing it with like 9 other families. So it's this massive undertaking. And
Yeah,
with
that's a
9
lot.
families, you have 9 different ideas of what should happen, and I do think we've whittled it down, and we had, like, a little meeting, and it's worked out, but now it's a matter of, like, sign up for something. So I'm if our listeners have listened, like, I'm a spreadsheet girl, like, I like to have everything kind of, like, on a piece of paper and kind of
Yeah,
have it
that's helpful.
organized and blah. So I did the spreadsheet. So I feel like everybody needs to just assign themselves something so we can kind of keep moving forward. We did make progress. Like, we finished our graduation invitation. The woman who volunteered for that did that. And so, that got signed off on today, which is great. But it's just the like,
You sign off it in the Google, your spreadsheet, or how do you
yeah,
sign off on it?
Your
yeah,
spreadsheet.
yeah, yeah. So
Use the
she,
spreadsheet, people.
yeah, and it's like a Google Doc sheet or whatever. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of ideas. It's a lot of like, and we're going to be outside because we live, somewhere where the weather should be nice in May, and hopefully it won't rain, and everything will be outside. So it's going to be a yard party, a house party. It's basically an open house. It's not fancy. It's just food, minimal decorations. Everybody show up, listen to some music that's going to be over the speaker, and just like call it a day. Yard games maybe.
Both you and I are going to do an outside party. So we're hoping to have some fun for the kids, like doing some games. And I was trying to think of games that would be great to have. And we, of course, have cornhole. We bought like a cornhole TCU one for Grayson, and that was a lot of fun. They have, I think you mentioned Jenga before, you guys have. But I also saw on Good Housekeeping, they have flicking chicken where
What's that?
you like flick this chicken and it like sticks. It looks hilarious.
You mean
And
like you pin the tail on the donkey, you like throw it at something?
yeah, it looks so funny.
Like, do you throw it on targets? Like, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Yes.
I have that. It's hilarious. We have that, and we actually
You
play it
have a
inside
flick a
sometimes.
chicken? Oh
Yeah,
my
Yeah.
it's
God,
super
that's so
fun, and we
funny.
sometimes play it in our hallway, just for fun.
I think
And
I'm
it
gonna
is
get
it.
that. That
Yeah.
looks hilarious.
I would not have Millie, your dog, anywhere near it when you do it though, because she might go crazy. She might go crazy.
So I saw another article on Good Housekeeping. They had some good ideas for our graduation party. And
Mhm.
one was this LED sign. It's like a 2025 sign that you could have like on your dessert table or something, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah. They also had a photo banner. Like you could have photos of the kids or even like, progressive photos, which I thought
Mhm.
was really cute. They had an advice jar that you could put your little advice to
I
their
actually love that
graduate in
idea.
there,
Yeah, that's a
which I
good
thought
That's
was,
idea.
actually really cute. An advice jar. I
yeah.
Yeah.
haven't heard of that like before. It's kind of like a take on like when it's your birthday and you're 50 or whatever,
Yeah.
like
I mean, I think
50
those are
things.
meaningful. I think the last thing that caught my eye was they had like a little graduation cap, straws that you could put in the drinks,
Aw,
paper straws that I thought was cool. So
That is
we
cute.
will
there's a
post it
lot
in
of
the
really good
notes.
ideas. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
You
you'll
love
all,
just,
it's
that.
going to be, your parties are going to be great. It's going to be super fun. It's just all about getting the kids together and just celebrating their next step in life.
It's
yeah.
just a matter of like getting people to like actually say, I will be in charge of this. I will be in charge of that. That is, I think, a struggle right now still. We have a lot of
I think that's
open-ended.
key to having people just commit to like what they're going to do. Cause I'm doing, so our oldest graduated 2 years ago and we did a solo party. And then this year we're going to do a joint party with two other families. So it adds like a different dynamic because, when you have to ask somebody, is this okay? That we do this instead of you just taking full control of the party. So, but you definitely have to be organized. You have to like know your date. You got to agree on the invitation, the decorations, even the cake. Like, I mean, you're having a huge party. So you're like 9 people, we're like 3. What do you want the cake to look like? Um, like, I actually think entertainment is huge in a party, and I've always felt this way. So that's like, to me, like the most important thing.
Kathy's like,
Like,
let's get out the
let's
karaoke machine. Where's the
party
magician?
started. Like, you have to have something because people are just like bullying around, like looking at each other.
I mean,
So
for me, I agree. Like for the kids, the games, and then for the grown-ups, to me, like it's
yeah,
music and the flow of the party. Like we talked about maybe getting a food truck, but we nixed it because nobody wants to wait for their food. And
right.
then
I
it's
know
like
that was,
everything's on the driveway, and then the flow of the party is messed up.
we thought about that
So
too. It
yeah,
would be
I
hard.
think
Like, you
So
don't want all
I'm
these
the opposite. I love a food truck, and that's fine. Then people can like mill about, and it kind of spreads everything out. I think it's fun to have a food truck. Kathy, why can't you have like, I've been thinking about this, and I meant to say it earlier. Could you have like pods, like stations, like one family's in charge of like this station is sandwiches. This is like hot food. This is like a dessert table. Like, could you like have like stations and families be in charge of different station, and then you all kind of agree on decoration and whatever else?
Well, I mean, I think we definitely are going to have some stations. Like, the hot food's going to be in our kitchen. The desserts are going to be in the dining room. Um, I think we've kind of agreed. Like, some people are going to do the alcohol and the drinks. So I feel good about the way it's coming together. But it is a little stressful because you're like, are we getting this done? Are we like, it just seems like it's kind of been delayed, and I'm more of a I want to get it done person. So I think in my mind that's been hard.
You know what I think is funny? Listening to you both talk, and I'm the same way. I think we all have a little bit of a control issue problem. Like, do you think we
Probably.
have a control problem? So it's like we're doing this with people, and it'll be more affordable and more fun, but we do love control. No?
Yeah, definitely. I am a control freak sometimes. Like, I'll admit it. But I can bend. So I'm happy to accommodate.
I can definitely let it go. Like it's just
I'm
not that big
Yeah.
of a deal to me. I mean, I want the boys to have fun. I want our guests to have a nice time, and they will. And it doesn't
I mean,
matter if
can you let it
everything.
go?
I
Can you let it
can.
go? They're
Yeah.
not using the spreadsheet.
I want them to use the spreadsheet. But how it gets executed, like I don't care. Just like assign yourself something.
All right, you guys. So I'm going to move us along, but I have a little something I'm going to spring on you and our listeners and anybody who wants to do it. So it's the beginning of April, and I have decided that I'm going to give myself an experiment, and I'm going to give up Amazon for the whole month of April. I think it's so easy for me to just get on there and like click things and have it delivered, but I'm going to give it up and see if I can live without it and go back old school of just using the resources I have in my neighborhood. Do you
Mhm.
guys want to take the non-Amazon challenge with me and see if you can do
No,
it?
I'm not doing it. No.
Oh, you're not even willing to think about it?
No.
Why?
I rely on it too much, and it makes my life so much easier. I'm like, no.
People probably can't see you that they're listening to the podcast more, but your face was so disgusted that I was like asking you to eat fried worms or something.
I mean, I'll do like a no French fries. I could do a no French fries month. How about
I
that?
mean, is that really that
Are
hard for
French
you to
fries
give
a
up?
like huge part of your diet?
No, I mean, no, but when you go out, they're always like, do you want fries? I'm like, okay, I guess. Then I'll eat one or two. But yeah, I'm going to give up French fries.
Linda, what about you? Can I get you to jump into my no Amazon challenge for a month?
I don't know if I could do it. I have
She
I have a
can't.
lot I have a lot of like subscription things that like show up. Like I set it up and I saved extra 10% and it just shows up at my house. Like I can't remember the last time I bought toilet paper at the grocery store. Like I get a big, huge
There's
box
some,
delivered, every couple of months. And I
I
Well,
just,
can't
agree.
so I would have to like turn off my subscriptions, I think, too. Or is it just don't buy anything new? If it's not, if I can do it where I'm not buying anything new, but I can still get my subscriptions, I can try. but I can tell you it's going to be a fail because I love it so much. It's so
Well,
easy.
if you already decided it's a fail, then it is. Like, I think we could
Oh
put an asterisk by you and
gosh,
say, I'm
I
not
could do
turning
my
off my
subscriptions. Okay, I'll give it a
yes,
try.
but I'm
I'll
not going to
jump
do
in the pool
anything.
with you. I'll jump in the pool
All
with
right.
you.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to give it up for a month and see if we can do it? Let's see.
I mean,
I'm
delivery service is pretty nice, but I
starting
can give
today.
it a
That's what I'm
try.
doing.
All right. All right,
All
we'll give it
right,
a try.
guys. So now that we're also into April, we just had April Fools. I always thought April Fools was silly. Did anybody give you guys an April Fools trick? Any trickery happening in your house that just passed, or did you guys get through okay?
Normally in our house, it does happen. But this year, sadly, honestly, I kind of like it because I'm like I don't know.
You're a trickster.
I don't know what you
Can't-
say I am, but I kind of think it's funny. Um, in the past, I definitely have played April Fools on my husband. My kids have done it to our grandparents. Like one time we were on spring break with them and they toilet papered them while they were sleeping. I mean, you can
Like
imagine in the
Kathy,
morning.
stop. They stop. They snuck in and like as they were sleeping, they didn't hear them go in their room
Yeah,
and literally toilet papered them in their
correct,
bed.
correct.
Oh my gosh.
My
That's
kids have,
hilarious.
yeah, my kids have put a rubber snake on me while I was sleeping one time.
Oh.
Those little monkeys, I don't know. I played April Fools on Peter one time, my husband, because we lived in St. Louis at the time and we had just moved there. And my youngest was, I think, 3. He was like in his car seat, and I actually ran out of gas. And he had to come, like, give me gas on the highway in his suit. I mean, he was so like ticked off at me. And I was like, I just didn't know how far like the school was from where we lived because I had to take my other kids to school. And he was like, how can you like run out of gas?
Right.
I mean, it was stupid of me, but like, so the next year I'd call, I actually texted him and said I had run out of gas. And he was actually in like a board meeting or something. And he stepped out of that meeting to like call me because he was worried about me. And I was like, oh, I'm just kidding. And then his boss was like, what? You're like, you're. Yeah, I mean, I got him so good that year. Like,
I mean, I can imagine Peter's reaction. I bet he was not impressed at all. At all. Can he
no,
laugh about it now?
he can. He can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually thought
Yeah,
about doing it today, but I don't know. I couldn't come up with anything great.
Yeah.
I should have just thought of something, but I didn't. So
Yeah, because we're recording today, which is April
Super
1st,
full. Yeah.
but we won't have this launch. It'll be after when this posts to the world. So
yeah, I think
today,
the humor is fun and it's just lighthearted. I actually asked my friend this morning. I was working out with her, and I was like, she was going to do something to her husband, but she said he's so stressed out at work right now. If I did that, it might throw him over the edge. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well, it's not worth it.
Yeah, let's not throw him over the edge.
Yeah,
so.
we don't really do a lot of pranks at our house. I don't know why. And I'm flying today, so there's no pranks happening.
So
Yeah.
Jack, your youngest, is playing in a hockey tournament this weekend. So hopefully he wins and they come home with the championship. So that's
Yeah.
so
Be
fun.
Good luck, Jack.
All right, y'all, let's move into what's for dinner. And I just want to say to our listeners that, Kathy, I'm super impressed because you've
Yes.
kind of taken on like what's for dinner these last couple of weeks. And I
Yeah.
kind of make fun of you sometimes because I'm like, you're not really the cooker or the baker, but you were really kind of having fun
Yeah.
with it. And you have found a new recipe and you
Yeah.
actually have been trying it. You tried it first before you're throwing it out to the world. So what did you get into?
So I made, I guess, what's technically called like a Greek lasagna, but it's
Mhm.
pastitsio. I don't know if I said that correctly. But it is a Ina Garden recipe. And, we like her because she normally makes very good tasting meals. So I
Mhm.
tried it and it actually was very good. I made it It's not like as far because I normally make just like a regular lasagna, which we posted before, but this has a lot more flavor and spices in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually at one point was like, "Am I making this right?"
So
Yeah.
what makes it different than a typical lasagna? So you feel like it's more flavorful, it has more spices,
It
and
has more.
what
It has
else?
egg. It has a Greek yogurt in it, and I was worried, like, am I going to make this yogurt go bad by heating it up
Yeah.
too much?
Yeah.
But it
It's
came
got like
together.
different layers, right? Like your layer of
Yeah,
like almost custard is sort of on the top, and then the noodles
yeah.
are sort of at the bottom.
But last night I was like, I haven't tasted this, and I normally do taste the food before I give it to someone, but I hadn't, and I was like, I literally was nervous. But my kids gave it, I think, a 8, and my
That's
husband gave it
great.
a 9.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
yeah,
Those are pretty
they liked
high.
it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
Those are
wasn't.
high
I mean,
reviews.
Yeah.
So
it
you
wasn't a 1.
No. Or 5.
you heard it from Kathy's Kitchen. It was the lowest rate was an 8.
That's
So we're
good.
gonna post it in our notes and see. You guys check it out. See what your
Yeah.
family
That's
thinks.
awesome.
Yeah.
How does it rate?
Well, we want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please make sure to follow, rate, and review us. Please also send us any requests for topics that you'd like to discuss. Please have a wonderful weekend, and sisters out.